Good morning. This is Yvette C. Owens with Company Culture with Yvette C. Owens, and I'm coming this morning to talk to you about creating through the chaos. Creativity through the chaos. Just I know you have because that's what we're in now, right? Just chaos everywhere, things in upheaval. Do we go back to work? Don't we go back to work? How many days do you go back to work? How are your families preparing for what people are saying may be another shortage of food and just things going around? People not some people are afraid to leave their home, some people not afraid to leave their home but not protecting themselves. There seems to be chaos, and yet you still have this vision, you still have these plans, but you can be creative in the chaos. I remember this dream that I had where my sisters and I have a music ministry, and we were in a home. We were preparing to go out to sing, and we were gathering all the equipment and everything that we needed to take. And when I opened the door, there was nothing but water, tons and tons of water. I mean, above the house. So, I know it was a dream and it meant a lot because the water didn't come into the house. The water was just outside the house. And I remember one of my sisters asking, "So, what are we going to do?" And I said, in the dream, I said, "I don't know, but all I know is we're still going." And that's the kind of attitude you're going to need to have in this day and age that we find ourselves in this era. And the only way you can do that when the waters seem to be overtaking you, think situations seem to be overtaking you. We're losing loved ones daily, on a daily basis. People that we know, people that are close to us. Hopefully, it's not. We're seeing people leave here. People are challenged with situations and addictions because of the stress of the day, and yet everyone could fall back into a place of saying, I can't do it anymore. But when you believe, as I did in that dream, that what's inside of me was not because Yvette created it, but because it was given to me. It was a divine creation that was given to me. I was given the vision. We were collectively, as a family, my sisters, given the visions and the dreams and the goals and the objectives that we know we must achieve in this life. When you know that you have something inside of you that must come forward, that's not just because it's going to serve you, but it's going to serve the people around you, it's going to serve the world in a better way, then you keep going. And your answer can be, when the waters seem to be overtaking you, your answers can be, as mine was in that dream, I don't know what we're going to do or how we're going to do it, but I know that we're still going forward. And so I'm coming today to say, cause and get creativity in the chaos. And how do you do that? You put together a mindset that what I'm going after and what I'm creating, what I'm doing has far better reach and is better purpose than me personally. It's not about me personally. And that's what I mentioned. And that's why I felt the need to write that my latest book, No Bosses Allowed, Lead to Serve and Transform. Because I get it that people are trying to look, I'm going to step out on my own. I'm not going to be under someone else's pressures or their in there are just bad habits or anything, but I'm going to do me because I know there's more in me. I get that. But let's move beyond wanting to serve me and move beyond the greater good that I'm going to bring because it's serving others. And those others are those not only your customers or your clients, but they're also you're serving the people who are coming along with you. What do I mean by serving? You're making sure that you have people around you who have goals, who have dreams, who have visions. As I mentioned, my sisters and I, we do business together. We're building a school together, but each of us have our own plans. We have our own goals and visions that we have. And when we come together, we're making sure that each of those goals, each of those objectives, we're nurturing each of those skill sets. We're allowing each of us to have lessons learned that we can take back to our individual businesses, but that they also help us grow the family school that we are building. And so I want to encourage you to have creativity. Let your creative juices flow. They can lead you to the places that you want to go, and you need to do that by being very clear on your objectives and the key results that you expect to see. And how do you do that? You make sure you have key performance indicators. What you don't measure will never happen. What you don't put timelines to will never happen. You'll keep saying, I'm gonna, never made it to I did. Okay, so let's create, let's innovate, but let's make sure that we get to a organized fashion that everything that we expect to see, those expected results, those expected goals, that expected organization comes to life and runs efficiently. That takes planning. That takes strategic planning. It takes time to really understand what your core values are and how you are going to apply them in the organizations. What's the culture of that organization that you're creating? And you have to be intentional about it. And when I say culture, I mean the environment in which you're creating. How are people going to experience the work that you are doing to bring to life that vision or those products, those services to the community? What atmosphere will they walk into every morning? Will you be concerned about their communities and their daily needs? Will you be concerned about their families to the point, not to the point that you're stepping into their life and orchestrating their life, but you're quite aware of what's happening, because let me tell you, everything that happens in someone's personal life comes with them everywhere they go in some level or some degree. And so we have to employ more empathy. How do we do that? We are being able to inspire. How do we inspire? And that's what my new online course is going to help you with, is to be able to help you better serve those around you as you all together transform to bring to life the services, the products, the messages that you need to bring to the world that you know are going to have a positive impact. We're not doing anything that we think are going to hurt anyone. So we want to engage those who are going to be impacted with what we're doing in our process. And I often say it's not just a plan. A plan is not enough. You have to have a plan that will you execute and that you implement, because that's how you get change. Too often we have organizations coming in and having strategic planning. You get all the top senior leadership together and you make a plan and you plan, and then you may communicate it once. There's no reinforcement. There's no change management put in place, and you did not include the entire community in your planning, and so therefore you get a lot of resistance. I am showing you how to avoid and how to even manage through that resistance, the resistances that you might experience, how to go forward and plan from day one through the change management that has to take place, inclusive of everyone in our organization, in spite of our personal biases, in spite of your personal biases, in spite of your assumptions, and being able to do it through even the difficult conversations that you might have to have sometimes, as well as increasing collaboration. That's a lot, but it is possible. And when I release my new online course tomorrow, you'll want to grab that course, because I have techniques, methods, and I'm giving you the practical application on how to achieve all of that. All of that. It's possible. It's not a lot from a standpoint of it's too much to do because you can't afford not to do it. In this world where things are changing so often and we're not sure what's happening next. But you can create a plan with change management involved, inclusive of everyone, and have a solid roadmap that you can have mitigation plans that when this if this risk plan for the risk, if this thing happens there's cause and effect, if this happens then I've already planned on what my next step will be. All of that is very, very possible. Pick up tomorrow, pick up the No Bosses Allowed Lead to Serve and Transform course, online course. I am coaching you through that course. It's a video, live videos for every session of the course. And every session will leave you with applications, practices, methods, tools that you can apply immediately after that session. Matter of fact, through every session, at the end, I encourage you to pause, take in what I've just shared with you, and use it. If we don't use it, we will never know how to go from where we are today to our better and help others do the same. So, this is Yvette Owens from Company Culture. With Yvette Owens, I'm the creator of the Diplomat Chronicles, and I am encouraging you to continue to be creative through the chaos because there's nothing too hard for you when you have the right tools in your hands. Grab that course tomorrow, online course. I can guarantee it's going to be so beneficial to you and those around you, those that you're leading. Follow me on YouTube, on Facebook, on LinkedIn. I'm happy to connect with so many people of like-minded or those who want to go beyond, far beyond, not just beyond, but far beyond where you are today. Have an amazing day, and I see you next time. And be safe through the chaos. Bye-bye.